Good morning to all. Honorable Reginald Austrie, Minister for Housing, Lands, Settlement, Water Resource Management. Honorable Matthew Walter, Minister for Agriculture and Forestry. Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, Minister of Education and Human Resource Development. Mr. Emmanuel Nantan, Advisor to the Prime Minister. Other Ministers of Government present. Dr. Jeffrey Blaise, Assistant Chief Education Officer. Mrs. Windy Henderson, Senior Education Officer. Ms. Elma Williams, other members of the religious body, members of the media, parents, invited guests and well-wishers, fellow principals, staff of the Portsmouth Secondary School, graduates. It is a pleasure for me to address you on this momentous occasion, the graduation ceremony of the Portsmouth Secondary School year 2010. I want to thank you all for being part of this grand occasion, and it's my prayer that God will continue to shower His blessings upon us. Welcome once again. The Portsmouth Secondary School is at the crossroads in its developmental thrust. Due to the dynamic nature of education, especially in this modern era of educational administration, the changes and diversities experienced here are huge. I am proud to announce, however, that we are stepping proudly into the future, prepared and confident. Let me first of all give you a brief historical perspective of the Portsmouth Secondary School. It is a co-educational government institution, one of 7 government-owned secondary schools in Dominica. It was built in the early 70s to house a population of approximately 100 students. Due to the deteriorating condition of the original plant, numerous extensions and prefabricated buildings have been added over the years. In an effort to accommodate the growing number of students who access the school, especially since the advent of secondary education, universal secondary education in 2004, additional classroom space and laboratory facilities have been added. The present population of this school is about 780 students. The teaching staff comprises 52 teachers. The development and expansion of the school continues. We have just completed a new wing at the school, which hopefully will be commissioned in September 2010, which will be commissioned in the new school year. 4 additional classrooms will be added, new staff accommodation, and other comfortable and up-to-date auxiliary facilities for teachers and students will also be provided. At this juncture, I would like to express a heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister and the government of Dominica for providing us with a state-of-the-art building. It is a necessary undertaking which will be utilized to its fullest capacity. While we are on this subject, I would also like to thank the government for keeping its eyes focused on the Portsmouth Secondary School for the proposed demolition of the other old building and the construction of new facilities which are expected to begin in earnest. The management of the school, the second largest school in Dominica, has its fair share of challenges, and we at the Portsmouth Secondary School have been challenged more intensely than any other educational institution in Dominica in recent times. Today is not a day to highlight negatives, but a day to celebrate our achievements. At last, for the past 5 years, our graduating students can celebrate with us. Let me say to you, graduates, that you have been remarkably strong amidst all the chaos which you have weathered successfully. Never before has any secondary school in the history of Dominica changed 5 principals in the space of 5 years. You have survived the unforeseen changes and you have performed. Well done. The research has shown that it takes about 5 years for a principal to realize his or her vision for his school. Just how much progress do you really expect when the change of administration is so frequent? Just imagine this. For this academic year, we have had 3 principals, 1 for each term. The Portsmouth Secondary School has continued to perform in academics. Nonetheless, it has continued to dominate all the other schools on islands in certain areas. At our last sitting at the CXC exams, like other top schools, we have produced several students who have scored grade 1s in at least 7 subjects and who have also passed 8 or more subjects with grade 1s or 2s. This year we expect nothing less, but we envisage an even greater promise with our 4th formers who are going to become our senior students next year. In the last couple of years, we have received scores of 100% pass in certain CXC subjects, including agriculture, history, food and nutrition, POA, HSB, physical education, and OA. The school is continuing to diversify its curriculum, and come next year, at least 2 other skills, 2 other disciplines will be pursued at CXC. These will include visual